Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So, my party of eccentric officials for preventing lawless evils. How goes it?
Alive.
To start?
Generally a good thing to be.
I'm good.
I'm here.
Everybody's
Here is
having
also a great thing to be.
everybody's having a good week, I can tell.
It's just started.
Yeah, I feel that. I really do. Oh, it's okay. It'll be over soon.
That's ominous.
It wasn't meant to be ominous. I'm done my fourth year project for. I'm done my fourth week project next week. After that, a significant amount of stress comes off me. So,
Woohoo!
thank fucking God. Alright. So, everybody's having such a fantastic time. We should probably go ahead and get started. So, I know it's been a couple weeks, but who all remembers what we were doing last session?
This is why I take notes. We rescued a king,
You did rescue a king.
and we did not punch at or get eaten by a giant squid.
Barely.
Sad face.
To some people.
Barely.
It did show up and try to crush you.
But it only got the ship, so yeah, we win.
It got a lovely squid-shaped ship.
We really say we won when we never got a chance to punch it.
We completed the objective.
We completed one of the objectives.
You sound like the sort of person who plays for kills and not the objective.
We didn't get the optional objective, which was punching a kraken in the face.
He said he didn't get the achievement.
Exactly.
Alright, that's fair.
We know you would have in your heart, in all of our hearts, so it's okay. It's like punching a kraken.
I could have survived for like at least 5 rounds against the thing.
You fell like a bullet onto a kraken's ship, so I think that counts as punching it. You punched it in its ship face.
Fair.
I mean,
At the end of all of that, we gave the king a ride back home.
yep. Yeah, you guys crashed in more ways than one. Their ship killed a bunch of their dudes. You got ballista'd a bunch too.
Ow.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the king had some interesting things to say when he woke up. Does anybody remember those?
Yes, that he seemed like he was betrayed by the Lord's Alliance.
Most interesting.
Yeah, he seemed to believe the Lord's Alliance was behind his imprisonment.
How interesting. I wonder how he could have gotten that impression.
Fuck you, Naboon. That man is either a genius or the most idiot of idiots.
Well, he was working for our kraken.
Idiot savant.
Time will tell, I guess. Alright, so at the end of the last session, you guys teleported out from the Morkoth, which puts you back in the lovely keep of Maelstrom. So, y'all are up here, and I suppose I should drop the King's token in with you.
Could be handy.
You never know when you're going to go into battle in a friendly keep.
I mean, we did just jump into one last time we were here, so yes.
Is it really a friendly keep? I guess is the real question.
It's a not immediately trying to kill us keep.
Give it
The best
time.
kind.
You have so much faith in me. I'm so happy.
It's more faith in ourselves, I think.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right. So you materialize on the same enormous rune that you guys found yourselves on last time. The king releases his hold and looks around. You actually brought me back.
Yes, that was the promise, wasn't it? Welcome home, Your Majesty.
I can't believe you actually brought me back. Whatever I meant. You must be tired, wounded.
Yeah, speaking of that, would somebody pull these out, please?
I would like to go see my daughter. But if there are some guest rooms around the corner from here, if you could avail yourselves of them, please.
Of course, we've been here before. We can find the way.
Thank you. He rushes off to the stairs and starts running up them.
That could have gone worse. It could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse.
We're not dead, so there's that.
Mm-hmm. Adriel, darling, could you please remove these? Ballistas are not very nice.
Okay. Hold still.
Mm-hmm.
Blink.
Oh, it's been a while. Yes, so may I have another? I suppose we should go sit down, shouldn't we?
Seems to be the best current option. Peek around the corner.
Yeah, the room is much the same as when you guys left it. Same normal, same medium-sized furniture. Same beds. If you left anything behind when you teleported out last time, it is still here.
Oh, hell no.
You did make kind of a fast exit.
But we knew we were going to do that.
True.
I'm gonna go ahead and start summoning Vicephalo.
Okay. This
Since
setup
there's room for that here. I'm gonna use the space with the rug in it.
I'm sure they'll love suddenly seeing an elk.
Well, There's actually room to ride around in here, so if Vicefalo has all my other stuff.
Add to the decor.
It'll put you at least like waist level on them instead of like
Exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be like the size of a large dog to them.
Pretty much. I'd be a halfling on a mastiff. Actually, no, I'd have to double in size for that to work. Which I can do.
yes. Okay. So, how long has it been since you summoned Vicefalo?
I think she was still on the flying castle. It's just I used the hippogriff to fly around at that point.
Right. Okay. Okay.
It's only because it costs a spell slot every time to summon that I don't just do it every time we go into a dungeon.
Right. Okay. As you summon Vicefalo is she?
She.
Oh, I should probably have known that already. As you summon Vicefalo, she looks around at the unfamiliar surroundings, kind of a little bit confused, sees you, and nuzzles you a little bit.
Feed her a carrot or something.
Vicefalo happily gobbles up the carrot.
Oh, congratulations, everyone. Yes, Ox, I know you wanted to punch the Kraken, but that was the time for everything.
I suppose.
Next time, darling, next time.
I have a feeling that's not the last time we're going to have to deal with a Kraken.
Of course not, we pissed it off.
Not to mention the whole Kraken Brotherhood thing.
Yes, that
was
too.
None of which tells us what we do next, though.
Yes, I suppose we can't just rescue the Storm King and expect everything to go back to the way it was.
Why not?
Oh, you sweet summer child.
From up above where the king went, you hear a booming laugh. It sounds an awful lot like
See, he gets it.
So you have at least a few hours to spare. So anything y'all want to get up to in the time being?
Number one, rest up because, ow! Hit dice.
Yeah, as much rest as possible.
Probably a wise decision.
I suppose the question is that a long rest or a short rest? Probably a short rest, right?
Well, about an hour after you get to Maelstrom, you hear the sounds of thumping giant feet coming down the stairs and towards you. And there's a frantic booming knock at the door.
Yes, of course, we're here.
So the door flings itself open, Um, and in comes who you may or may not recognize as the storm giantess who was on the throne when you guys were last here.
Ha!
Princess,
She's the youngest daughter?
youngest daughter. She barges in, huffing a little bit, and kind of looks a bit shy for a moment. Um, I was wondering, could you all come here in front of me? She kind of gestures.
Why?
Of
Sure.
course. Are you alright, Queen Sarissa?
The queen drops to her knees and leans over and envelops all of you in a big giant hug.
Oh, careful, careful. Just like lean her head back because of the horns, but otherwise, she's gotten used to this.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, just making sure
I,
you're alright.
I wanted to thank you. I thought father was lost. It's like mother. But you brought him back to me. So thank you.
You are most welcome.
I'll be glad if this at least brings some peace and something to our lands, even though we have bigger things to worry about at the moment.
I'm working on father. Your actions have shown him that, well, the little people aren't completely awful.
Not all of us.
Huh?
Yes,
It's the most
unfortunately,
important.
from what we hear, he was deceived by a very small group, claiming to be another.
Well, my father is at his scrying pool. He won't be done for a little while at least.
Yes, I assume
But
he's missed a lot.
he has. He and I spoke for a while. He's speaking with the Imperator as well, and with the delegates from the other giant lords. And he's also trying to scry that lovely giant who was here.
Dragon.
Dragon. Shit. Fuck. My bad.
Taco.
I thought you were just avoiding the D word.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, sure. It was totally intentional. Regardless, you are welcome to stay here if you wish. When Father finds Imrith, we'll be leaving to go after her.
I would love to go along with that if you'll have us.
Yeah, I wouldn't having a second chance at that fight.
I imagined you would. And she gives a little grin. In the meantime, you are honored guests here at Maelstrom. The first so, in fact, in a very long time to not be giant.
That's certainly the honor.
Feel free to explore if you wish. Go about the castle, see its wonders. Maelstrom is open to you. And I have some gifts if you're willing to go along with us to fight Imrith.
I believe we all have a bone to pick with that particular dragon.
Excellent.
After this is all said and done, we may wish to speak a little more business with you.
Well,
There's a bit of a problem that we're dealing with as well that might threaten the giants.
With the return of my father, I'm no longer queen. It'd be best if you took it up with him.
Of course.
But for now, as my final act as queen, I have these to give you. She pulls out a quartet of very dusty potion bottles. Within it, there is what looks like a pale white liquid.
Hank smirks at that a little bit, but... Uh-huh.
I'm hoping you can all see that, because I just hit show to players like 5 times. So there's one of those, one potion of giant size for each of you.
Oh, this is somebody's kink.
Oh, no. No. You're the worst.
I know. See, exactly! I'm not the only one who saw that!
If there's anything that isn't someone's kink.
Let's not forget the pungent aroma akin to that of rotting algae. That's what really does it.
Yeah, it's a real aphrodisiac.
Aren't you gonna be so sad when we finish this campaign? You don't have to deal with these characters anymore.
We'll see. Well, we'll see. I told you a while ago not to delete your Out of the Abyss sheets because you might get to use them again.
That's true.
Yeah. So she hands you the potions of giant size, these legendary and magical items, and explains to you, yes, these were originally made for the last time giants fought alongside little people. Millennia ago. Likely around the fall of Astoria.
We are honored.
Use them well. Hopefully to kill something nasty. She gives a little sad smile. Anyhow, Father will likely be a while. You're welcome to wander the castle. Try not to go into any of the animal enclosures, they tend to react poorly to anyone who isn't us. If you truly wish, you can try speaking with Grandfather, but I have no idea how he'll react. Castle is open to you, though. If you'll excuse me, I have duties of my own to attend to.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. All of you. And she sachets away. So you have plenty of time to long rest if you want. As someone was asking before Sarissa showed up.
Hooray.
Well, I'd like to go find some food if I can. So I'm probably hungry.
Yes, food with wine sounds lovely.
Alright, let's see if I assume you don't want to go and try swim through the maelstrom. Which is what she was referring to when she said grandfather, by the way.
I can breathe underwater.
Huh.
Pretty good athletics check.
I mean, you can by all means you can by all means do that if you want.
Breathe through the giant man grandfather.
Technically, he's not a man.
Well, giant.
Technically, I don't really think he's that either at this point.
He's an
Sentient
actual, like,
thing.
swirly thing?
Storm giants do this sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm probably not going to swim through.
Kink!
I mean, I could. I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying I'm going to. Also, lightning resistant, or acid resistant. I'm not lightning resistant. A few levels from lightning resistance.
It's a shame. Lightning resistance would probably be more helpful at this point.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. Actually, certainly. You still have, one of you still has that ring of lightning resistance, though, right?
It was a potion. Or did we get a ring too?
You should have gotten a ring. You might have sold it. I know you sold the ring of fire resistance.
It was the fire resistant one.
I thought we had a ring
Yeah.
of lightning resistance too, but we might not have had any attunement slots for anybody.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
Yeah, I think that's what happened with that.
Well, you are
It's
well
worth
aware.
There might be one
reconsidering.
potion left.
Yeah, you're well aware of what you're facing in the future at this point. Blue dragons do tend to have lightning.
Yeah. Still got one potion left.
Well, that's something, I guess. Alright, I'm not actually one of you wanted to go find some food. I'm not actually sure where the kitchen is in here. Give me a second.
Or what we need is some really nice copper mail.
I mean,
There's such a thing as rubber mail.
copper would theoretically conduct as long as you didn't actually touch the copper, which might be difficult while you're wearing it. It might also cook you, though, depending on the power put through it and the conductivity of your.
I think it would depend on how long the lightning lasts for more than anything else.
That too. I'm trying to remember, like, we did heat dissipation on resistors in first year. I know that.
What
It's
we
just
need
been
to do
4 years.
is treat ourselves to just electroshock therapy until we get used to it.
I mean, the storm giants can create lightning from their fingertips if you're into that.
If I remember right, I think it's power times current.
Power?
Doesn't matter anyways.
No, the heat dissipation one has something to do with conductivity. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Because copper mail will not protect you from the fucking blue dragon breath. That's what magic items are for.
Well, let's go wander about.
All right. Do you actually want to try swimming through the maelstrom, or do you want to?
I will not try swimming through the maelstrom.
All right. Possibly a wise decision. There is a kitchen actually mentioned on the map. How nice of them. All right. So in that case, your only real place to go is up to the second level. Oh, it's even right next to where you guys came out. So the storm giant guards you guys saw last time continue to be here, as is the hulking crab at the far end of the room. But there is no music performance this time. No music performance. No other giant delegates. It's quiet here, besides some murmuring from behind the doors to the south of you. Directly to the north of you, however, you smell food. That is what you find. Or northwest, I guess. You find food. So there are some storm giants preparing their food. There's a pair of mussel shell tables and 4 anemone chests where food waste is discarded and slowly digested. There's a pot of bubbling hot water that's steaming. To the north of you.
I'll say as people are going out to get food, Inks will say she'll catch up and just stay in the moot room for a couple more minutes.
Alright. It smells like they're storm giants, unfortunately, not snow giants. But
Right.
It smells like they're cooking lobsters and crabs.
Hey, food.
If you wait a little bit, a storm giant will come by and recognize you. And you can beg food.
While they're going, Inks is going to pull out the sending stone that they have. Just kind of sit back in a chair, the one for Igaron.
Okay. You gotta be more specific with sending.
Yeah, I know, we have way too many at this point. But Igaron, darling, I don't know if you can hear me, but I wanted to let you know that the mission was a success, with your help, of course. I know it's no consolation, but I did want to thank you again for what you did. I'll tell you that if that dragon wasn't there, I probably would be dead right now. So technically your agreement may have saved my life. Now it's against my better nature to say that, but I suppose I owe you this time in that regard. I figured I would say since the last time I went against my better judgment, it wasn't in your best interest. So yes, you have my debt this time. Use it as you will. Hopefully I'll see you later, darling. She'll put the stone away and walk to catch up with people.
Okay. You hear nothing from the stone as you walk away.
Figured.
Yeah, if you
then,
went,
do they have any wine?
they do have wine. It's a bit stronger than you're accustomed to.
I can handle it here. I don't have to worry.
It's primarily served in stone flagons about the size of you.
Oh, wonderful. Gotta numb the bolt holes.
They scrounge around a bit and find some that are merely the size of your arm.
Can anyone conjure up a straw? Or should just take out like her own like tank or her own like goblet and just dunk it in.
Do you have enough to share with the class?
Oh, if it's the size of the arm, probably. I see
No,
everyone else
goblins.
has around. Oh, also have an alchemy jug, so technically.
Oh, that's true. You do.
I suppose this is different. This is new, so gotta go with the giant vintage to try it.
All right. It's pretty good wine. It goes pretty well with the seafood they've got going too. They're giving you the good stuff.
Great.
Yay. Good food for once.
Well then, cheers, darlings, to at least stopping one problem.
To the return of the king.
Dun, dun,
See what you did there.
Dun, 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 dun,
We're all gonna drink to that.
You hear a band strike up that song in the background.
Strum the lyre a little bit.
You get a nice little soundtrack to your triumphant dinner. If only I had any appropriate music. Yeah, that'll do. All right. So the storm giants will gladly feed you. You want to strategically mingle. All right.
Basically, I mean, I want to know what the giants are talking about.
Yeah. Mingling and potentially mingling while getting a tour from somebody, maybe. Because, I mean, if we're going to have free reign, we might as well get the information behind it.
I mean, that is fair.
It's not every day you get to see this. Without dimensioning door into it.
That's fair. All right, so strategic mingling. There are a few groups of storm giants around you. Most of them are not in the kitchen eating there, but there are a few around sleeping. There are a few out in the... as soon as I can ping things. There are a few out here kind of eating and quietly chatting. Mostly in Giant, which I believe none of you speak still.
Just those bits and pieces learned from Zephyr.
Right. All that time ago.
Well, it's not how we haven't had plenty of time to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna cheat.
All right. Do you want to try and strategically speak to some of them?
I don't think this gives me the ability to speak.
Oh, come. Oh.
It's not languages, not tongues.
Okay.
I can understand what they're saying, but I would have to talk to them in Common or Elven if they speak one of those.
I am like
Hypothetically Draconic, but I'm not even going to try that.
I'm like 90% sure that storm giants just speak common by default. Yeah, they speak common by default.
But if they're talking giant around me, I can hear them at least.
Yep. So you hear a bunch of different topics going around. Chief among them is King Hecton is back. Hell yeah. Our king has returned. Amongst them as well is how are the older two princesses doing? Because nobody's seen them for a few days. What the hell was going on with Imrith? There's some rumors that she was a dragon amongst the relatively common storm giants. Who are these little people who are staying here? Did they save the king? Whenever somebody mentions that, they cast like surreptitious looks at you or whichever other member of the party is closest.
Give him a wink and wave if Ink sees one of those.
I'm honestly not sure it would.
I know,
just be like, look at the
I go from
one
a quarter
trying to
their
pretend to be
size to
people.
half their size, so
Yeah. I mean,
not a huge benefit. So probably not.
yeah, you don't think it would be a super big help.
Look, it's trying to be people.
Stab a bitch from around here.
Go for the Achilles.
Alright. Sorry, there was something about stabbing. I got distracted.
Nah.
Okay, no stabbing. Thank God. We just made sure that you weren't gonna die. You just escaped certain death. Come on.
Do I look like a stabber, darling? I've only stabbed a dragon once, and it was amazing, but still. I think that's the only time I've ever actually used a melee weapon.
Probably, actually. You can never have too many knives, though. They're very handy.
You're thinking about Yuri.
Oh, God. Why did you remind me of that?
You brought it up.
No, I didn't.
Too many knives.
God.
They're so pretty.
Okay. No. There will be no further discussion of that. God. Somebody wanted a tour. Who wanted a tour?
Hi.
God. Who else wants to go on the tour of the underwater sea castle?
I do.
I'm in.
Excellent. Ox, what are you doing for the underwater sea castle tour?
Yeah, I guess I'll go along with the tour. Do what's what?
All right. So you flag one of the giants down, presumably by tapping on his shin until he leans over. And
Just thaumaturgy. Excuse me.
one of them looks over. I can actually hear you for once. It's a novel change. What'd you want?
The Queen, Princess, I suppose, Sarissa, said that we might be able to take a look around, and I was wondering if there might be someone who might be able to show us a bit of the castle and the history behind it.
Oh, sure, I can do that. These are always kind of boring anyways.
Oh, lovely, thank you. What was your name? I'm Inks.
I'm Orlecto.
A pleasure, darling.
Alright. So, how much do you already know about Maelstrom? He starts leading you west of the kitchen through a storeroom.
Good question. What do we actually know?
I'm pretty sure I can spell it.
That's a reasonable response.
It's only our second time here. We haven't had much of a chance to get the backstory, unfortunately.
Yeah, last time we were kind of in and out.
Fair enough. As you head by, you spot what looks like a guard room in here, where there are a couple of storm giants currently sleeping. I'm just revealing a bunch of stuff. All right, so Maelstrom was founded not too long after the fall of Astoria by a single storm giant who today we call Grandfather. No one knows his actual name, and honestly, he can't tell it to anyone, but he lives out in the Maelstrom. He's turned himself into what's called a quintessent, where we merge with the storm.
Fascinating.
It's something our kind can do sometimes. But since then, the good old father put us at the top of the ordnance, so Maelstrom became the home to our kings and queens, and their families, and the nobles of our kind. We've accumulated an awful lot of nice things over that time, I suppose you'd call them. So, if you looky around a bit here, so Orlecto has led you past the storeroom, past a shut door into a room with a semicircular basin around 20 feet across and 10 feet deep. It's full of fresh water. And it's covered in arcane runes. This is the king's scrying pool. It's what he'll be using once he's done smacking some sense in the other giant to find that dragon of yours. And we'll all go kick his ass.
And that's what I like to hear.
Indeed.
Hmm. Behind it, there's a nice little study for His Majesty. Um, I can show you in it briefly. Actually, why not? He doesn't spend much time in there these days. He kind of pops open the door very briefly. There's a giant muscle shell table and what looks like a barrel that could be used as a stool. Um, Mounted on a shelf towards the back, there's what looks like a enclosed metal sphere with what look like some grabbing arms attached to it. There's also an astrolabe resting next to it, along with a bunch of fragments of other machinery.
May I ask what that is? She points towards the sphere.
Some kind of submersible. A bunch of gnomes were trying to use it a long time ago. One of them actually ended up caught an old grandfather. Got himself drawn down and stuck in the drain at the bottom. Bad way to die, especially for a little one.
Oh, those gnomes.
Right. Silly buggers. Behind it, we got a little bit of a library through there. It's all dwarvish script, so I hope you can read that if you want to read anything in there. I think it's got some magic in them. There's a few, little bit of magic at least. There's some old prayers and rituals for Storm Mass in there as well. Most of it's discoveries, though. Or history.
Maybe someday we'll get a chance to look through.
Why not? It's nothing secret in there. King lets people come and go as they please.
Is that something you're interested in, Adriel?
Couple things in there. But nothing that requires immediate attention.
Fair enough.
Immediately below here, there is there's a temple. He leads you down into it. It's a submerged chamber. There's bioluminescent jellyfish everywhere. The room's full of about 3 feet of water. The walls are etched with images of storm giants riding whales, fighting dragon turtles, and blowing conch shells. And there's a statue of Stronmaeus standing in the middle with a foamy beard, a sharp trident, and a lower body transformed into a great wave.
Goodness, that must have been something.
Yes. There's... No. It's not open to you all. The king's forbidden it. But behind this, underneath this statue, is also the way to the Queen's tomb. Only the king's allowed in there, though. I can't show you.
Of course.
May the All Father rest her soul. He bows respectfully to Strongmaster. Besides that, he takes you through the armory and points at the entrance to a fully submerged area, which he describes as the shark pits.
That is not an exaggeration.
Oh, yeah, no. It's literally where they keep their pet sharks.
With frickin' circlets of blasting?
Alas.
Are they at least ill-tempered?
Absolutely ill-tempered. They're kept caged most of the time. I'd be ill-tempered too.
I think you have something smart going on with that circular blasting attached to the head. You should talk to them about that.
So it's very explicit in the notes. I don't know if it's well, maybe not very explicit, but pretty explicit in the notes. But the only way they expect you to see most of this is if you've decided to try and storm the castle.
That makes more sense.
Storm the castle!
Oh god, I didn't even mean to do that.
Of course you didn't, of course you didn't.
Like, they have treasure listed for every room and stuff. Actually, sizable amounts of treasure listed for every room. The tokens are all, like, pre-laid out and stuff, and it's very much an actual dungeon. They don't normally expect people to ask for a tour, though.
And that's why we're special.
Yeah, that's sure.
Why storm the castle when you can just wander right through?
I mean, you continue to not be wrong. That concludes what Orlecto can show you. So the tour is now complete. I don't know if there's anything else you needed, but I'm bloody starving. I didn't get anything to eat besides finger clams.
Of course, well that was very informative, thank you. We'll let you get to your meal.
He nods his head and starts walking off.
A little finger wave as he goes. the gnomes really need to make some sort of, like, portable illusion generator based on what you've seen. That you can just keep things all the time. Be great for this place. Gorgeous. So what do we think? Destroy that bloody dragon and then see if we can get the king to help with this not so little Yellow King problem.
Well, there's those two issues, which should probably be dealt with in that order. But there's also the Lord's Alliance itself is in a bad way. And that's a problem for us.
Oh, yes, at least. Well, I would hope Naboon himself, just on his own, wouldn't be enough to take down the Lord's Alliance as a whole.
I don't think the Alliance is going to dissolve, but they're not going to be trusted by anyone. And that's a bad thing. At least if we want to stay associated with them.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least no Naboon's working with the disciples of the Yellow King, so if we deal with that, then we'll probably be dealing with him.
Yeah, he, as an individual, if we get the chance, we should certainly deal with him, but I have a feeling odds are one of his other enemies will get to him first.
And wouldn't that be a shame?
Aww. The dragon, on the other hand, I want that personally.
Oh, of course. I haven't forgotten, darling. Now, if only we could, turn the tides on the disciples' popularity as we deal with what they're actually about. That would probably be the best way to get the Alliance back in better view, at least. But perhaps they can start dealing with the slack of all the refugees. If they can deal with the undead problem, then that should make things a little bit easier on that front.
That would help. We should also check up to see what the how the gnomes are doing with waking up the Warforged.
That too. And did we
As
want
much as I
to
appreciate that portal network, we really need an even faster way to travel.
I would say we should talk to the Duke, but I assume that His Majesty is probably already speaking to him.
That does complicate things. We don't know who knows what anymore.
Well, once they're done, I wouldn't be surprised if the Duke contacts us.
Would not be shocking.
And if it's complicated, we just say, sorry, darling, big dragon to deal with. We'll talk to you later. Shh, shh, shh. You're breaking up. Shh.
All right. Is there anything else y'all want to do in Maelstrom?
Not specifically, no.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
All right.
Save talking to the king for after.
Yeah, wait for him to get back to us.
It doesn't take too long. About a day after you've arrived at Maelstrom, a storm giant comes knocking at your door on the second floor.
It's open.
The king would like to see you.
Oh, of course. Just open the door.
There's a storm giant standing there. Please, follow me.
We'll do that.
He leads you up to the throne room where you've been before. For whatever reason, his token is not pasting properly. There we go. Cool. So, within the throne room, they've cleaned up all the dragon blood that was everywhere, and all of your blood that was everywhere. So
Oh, good.
that's good. King Hecaton sits upon the worm skull throne, where last you saw Sarissa. She sits on one of the smaller thrones to the side, as does Imperator Uther. Come in, please. Stand before us.
I have no idea where my token is anymore. Thanks for walking in and bow with a flourish as usual. It's good to see you again, Your Majesty.
I found them all. He inclines his head. I truly cannot thank you enough. You exposed the monster within my court. You saved my daughter. You saved myself. Thank you. Sarissa's already given you a token of my thanks, I believe. She led me to believe that there was more you wished, however.
Yes. Unfortunately, we were perhaps hoping that the giants as a whole, at least the storm giants, might be able to assist with a problem that threatens not just giants, not just little people, as you call us, but everything.
King Hecaton leans forward, looks at you all, motions for you to continue.
Do you know of the one called the Yellow King?
Only a little. Do you want to just tell him what you know
Yes.
about the Yellow King? Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say just give him the backstory and whatnot.
Time passes. Exposition is given.
There's a PowerPoint presentation using your pipe as a laser pointer.
Sure.
Actually, that's something to ask about. If they have any good. She needs to up her tobacco stash again. It's been a long couple months, damn it.
The king looks slightly perplexed. I don't think we do. Not of any that wouldn't kill you anyways.
Oh, well. But yes, that's the gist.
So you want us to join in fending off this menace, I suppose.
If this thing is really as bad as everything, including the Eye of the Allfather, has told us, then everyone is going to need all the help they can get.
I have the Allfather. It's been quite some time since I've ventured there.
Fortunately, I'm not sure if it's been destroyed or not. The last time we were there, at least the outer chamber was caving in. She just kind of frowns at that and looks down.
Oh, it'll restore itself in time. But not anytime soon. The Duke tells me, or the Duke's emissary tells me that he's made a deal already. Fire Giant aid in exchange for land and influence.
As you can expect in your absence, many things have had to happen to at least provide some stability.
Of course. You must understand, however, that if the Duke is selling his aid for such a price, I cannot settle for less. If nothing else, it would make me look weak. Weaker than him, at a time when, if I'm to return, I need strength. I feel confident that we can work that out, however, when there's a bit less chaos. For now, however, I have a preliminary peace offering, I suppose. I've been scrying, as I gather Olecto has told you. I finally found where our draconic friend has gone.
Oh, please do tell.
Interest is peaked.
The Anarok Desert. She has a lair there, underneath the ruins of an old city.
He arches his brow. You're right.
It's, dimensionally locked, it seems. We can't teleport directly there. I don't know enough of the general area to get nearby, but we have her location. We're planning to send some storm giants to deal with her. I assume that she would be willing to come along. He smiles.
Very much so.
Be our pleasure.
Excellent. Well then. Shall we get underway?
Alex checks. Wounds mostly healed up after the long rest. Does a little bit of mending on one of her sleeves where the bolt went through. I think I'm ready.
Excellent. Well, let's take a ride. We'll head to the whale bones first. Grab rocks. And we'll fly to the desert. It may be a bit rough.
Oh, I like it rough.
He looks bemused at you.
Give him a wink. Still got it.
He continues to look bemused. Alright. But he leads you, Sarissa, and 4 other storm giants, including Orlecto, down to the down to his teleportation circle. Shouts a command word. You all find yourself on the Whalebone Islands, next to a nest of rocks. They don't seem particularly happy to see the storm giants, but they let you all mount, and soon you are all under wing to the Anarok Desert.
Insert epic music montage.
This montage brought to you by the New Zealand Board of Tourism.
Followed by the Egyptian Board of Tourism.
Oh, wrong one. Nope, still the wrong one. I know one of these is fucking fitting for this. Yeah, this will do. Alright.
Suddenly the
So-
Pillar Man theme. Wait, no.
Alright, so this is you are underway to Imra's lair. Along the way, Hecaton and Sarissa give a couple of notes of interest. So Imrith is an ancient blue dragon. She's known as the Doom of the Desert, and she's also called the Dragon of Statues because she creates living statues to guard her lair. Her lair is a ruined amphitheater, half buried in the desert sands. She is a spellcaster, and she is immune to lightning damage.
That part at least we do. As long as she's not immune to the ice, that should be great.
All right. So you have some time. I'm not. I don't know how fast a rock flies, but you have some time at least on Rockback until you arrive. Is there anything any sort of preparation you want to do? Anything you want to do?
Just some quiet praying.
We'll wait to get that resistance potion until we get closer.
All right. Cool. Ox, anything?
Just getting ready.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm pondering whether there's any... I could probably swap out an item in the meantime as we're flying there to attune to. Let's see.
Did we figure out who has the Ring of Lightning, physically carries the Ring of Lightning resistance?
As far as I know, I do not.
I don't have it on my list.
So unless Rich has it, to gotten rid of it.
Did what's her name? Damn it.
Soliloquy?
Yeah,
Oh,
so we have it. That's probably what
That
happened.
might be it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Like I'm certain the Duke gave you the thing at some point.
yeah, if the Duke gave it, it probably was to Soliloquy since she was the original one to talk to him a lot.
Yeah, that's probably what happened to it.
Plus,
until very recently, lightning resistance wasn't a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I made sure he was supposed to have one on him for you to kill him and take it, and then you didn't kill him, so I had to make sure he gave it.
I'm thinking, I'm back and forth on whether I would, if we had it and I could use it, whether I would unattune the shield to do that.
Right.
Actually, I think I'm going to, for now, unattune the conch and unattune the headband. And I shall attune... So I got Ring of Mind Shielding, the bonus magic on the pipe wand, and let's see, could be one other thing. Though I assume my Rod of Rulership probably won't work on statues, so. Yeah, I think that's all I got at the moment. I can do the rod just in case. Unless anyone's got that ring. But I guess Silk, we had it.
It's up to you guys what you do with the giant potions.
I'd say we wait until the last second and then just... You can punch her, then
Well,
suddenly
it's 24
become...
hours, right?
Oh, okay. I was thinking it'd be funnier if Ox just quiet, like, tiny punches, like, puts fist up.
I mean, honestly, the potion's not that amazing for me right now. I mean, like, it's an extra 2d8, but that's not even, like, doubling my damage. It's less than that.
I think it'd just be hilarious to not have her expecting it.
I'm actually strongly considering not using one.
Yeah, to be fair, Inks probably doesn't want to be a bigger target, though I guess it would help with the temporary hit points.
I don't think it's temporary. I'm pretty sure it just straight up doubles your health.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It turns into temporary at the end of 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
If you have any left.
If you have any.
Gotcha.
So a tiny amount of hit points doubled is just slightly less, more than a tiny amount of hit points.
Yeah, for me, it would be a lot of hit points.
Oh,
A lot of damage and a lot of accuracy, but it's only for one fight.
The other thing is that it increases melee reach by 5 feet.
That's what grappling's for.
Meh.
Like, if you're not gonna grapple a Kraken, then you really need to grapple this ancient blue dragon, right?
I mean, I've already grappled it once.
That's true.
And she remembers. She remembers.
That's fine. I'm a barbarian now.
And she is pissed.
But you're not that kind of barbarian yet.
Yeah, but I get rage. That's enough.
Yeah.
It's advantage on any athletics checks.
Alright. Would you like to proceed to the lair?
Yes. Oh, and I'm assuming one of them could have stuck like a flow on a rock too. They seem big enough for that.
Oh, yeah. So, a long journey ends here, out in the desert. A churning cauldron of black clouds fills the sky as thunder peals and lightning flashes. Half buried in the cold dunes is a crumbling amphitheater adorned with statues, many of them broken, the rest worn smooth by wind and sand. 2 large trebuchets stand atop the ruins, where cheers once rang out across a great city. Now a solemn fortress stands before you, waiting for you to draw near. The storm giants land half a mile from the city. They turn towards you, wondering what you're going to do.
Mount up.
Get out the carpet.
You want to use the carpet?
Well, I guess there's... People want to use the potions now or when we get closer.
I think I'm going to hold off on using the potion.
I mean, there's still just an action to use, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use it after taking damage, though, it's not nearly as effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for any places that even a giant-sized giant, I guess, could hide behind. Though technically it's out in the desert, so there's probably not a place for normal-sized people to hide. Or is there?
You'll see.
So keep an
Gotta
eye out for
find
that.
yourself a cactus.
Yeah, if there isn't, then just taking the potion, because heck with it.
So, what is your plan for approaching, though?
Good question.
Say have the giants go in obvious like, the rest of us try to sneak around, surprise the dragon from behind.
Alright. The dragons are fine. Sorry, not the dragons. God. That's the second time I've done this session. The giants are fine with this. Let them try to fight us. We'll draw the trebuchets.
And that's what I like to hear.
Alright. Potion only has effect if you're medium or smaller.
No, I'll use the potion. Yeah, I know.
Just running by
I
Kefalo
thought
to
I
get
could-
close and then change.
I read that as you'd have Vicefalo use the potion.
Oh, I wish.
That would be hilarious.
And then I'd be like, you sure you don't have one more? Because that would rock. 40-foot elk.
We didn't bring any more with us, no.
No, I already noticed that it wouldn't have worked. If
Yeah.
it would have worked, I would have asked him else for him.
Alright. So the giants stand from their semi-stealthy huddle at the top of the hill they sat down on. They begin to run. And as they run, it turns into a charge towards Imrith's lair. Alright. So the trebuchets begin to fire at the giants as they move forward. I am going to go ahead and drop you all on the lair. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Imrith's lair. Or at least
Where are you?
It's darkness! Everything is darkness!
Mother!
Oh my god, it's
fucker.
glowing!
Ah, I see we've arrived at nighttime.
Damn, this storm
Why
is
is
rough!
there dynamic lighting on
Hooray!
this page? Motherfucker. Alright. Here. The lair. So there are living statues all around. There are a few trebuchets, each of which has their own set of statues. No. Sorry. you wanted to try and scoot around the flank. Which one?
Womp womp.
A couple, another broken one over here.
Holy shit. Okay, I hadn't noticed that.
I'm actually glad to hear that.
Maybe. Who knows what
What's this?
Shai Halud from Dune.
sandworms.
Oh.
That eat like ships.
Yeah, they eat
yes.
fucking everything.
I just knew them as sandworms.
Alright. So, regardless of Shai Halud, the lair. What do?
So, on this map, which direction are the giants coming from?
North. You are all approaching from the north.
Okay. Which side are you going to, Adriel? Left or right?
Left side of the map, so the west.
Okay. I think I'll take the other flank.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm looking at it. I'm not sure how I'm going to get up there if I do that. I may have to do the other side where there's an opening.
Drop you off on the
You can
carpet.
try and go all the way around.
Yeah, I'll probably do that then. Go all the way around.
Oh, sorry. The big things that look like sand hills on the map. They are sand hills, and they are. They look as if they might be difficult terrain to cross. For anyone who might be interested in crossing said terrain. Basically, anything that has a height marker on it.
Difficult terrain to go up.
Difficult terrain to cross. They're all loose sand and stuff. I'm just painting all of them on the map.
Would that also be a difficult terrain for me, considering I can literally run up walls?
If you want it to not be difficult terrain, you can run up the walls instead of running on it.
Alright.
So, left, right? Yay, nay?
I'll stick with the west.
Okay. Alright. Inks, Rich, what are you guys going?
Might stay near. Might stay closer to Ox at the moment, because then she can haste. Probably like haste and then get the hell back. Because since they went different directions, can't do that on Adriel and Ox at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we could go together.
Yeah, I think that probably makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Because there's really no reason to split up because the giants are the initial assault element. And the east side has this way in that's a lot easier to do.
Alright. Yes, let's all go in the east.
Right, then the giants are going to go from the west. So they will draw trebuchet fire. Some of the other statues have, however, noticed you. And as you draw closer and closer, a few of them begin to move out towards you all.
So, also my thought is we should be going for the cover of the wall first and then make our way over.
Inks, where is thine token?
Good question.
I'm gonna need to swing a little wide around this sand hill here.
Whoa.
What?
Oh, okay. Went weird for a second. There we go. Ah. Where is everybody?
Next to the word layer.
Aha.
There. Alright. So, you do have some monsters who have taken notice of you. Most of them are, however, going towards the storm giants, but for those of them that aren't, I would like you all to please roll initiative.
Da-da-dun!
Of course, they rolled the 1.
It's way faster now. Okay, I found out what was making my thing so slow.
What?
What was it?
Last pass. My extension.
Huh. That's odd.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you all are outside of the sunken amphitheater of Imrith's lair. Some of the gargoyles have noticed you, but Trebuchet has not. You all move before they do, because of course you do. What do?
Do we know which ones have spotted us? Which ones are looking at us?
Is this map properly to scale?
It should be. Yes.
So I mean the large square is only 5 feet.
Yeah. It.
So we should actually be larger token size.
Oh.
Either the map scale is off or the token scale is off. One of the two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the map scale being off.
That's what I thought.
What are they? What? Why is it set to 2? Why? Can't trust them to do anything.
Huh. That didn't do it.
No, it did not. Okay. Decide what you want to do while I'm fixing this shit.
Well, I don't know if it would work, but I can possibly try to use the rod and get some of them to be on our side for a bit.
I mean, they're
Option.
gargoyles. You can certainly try. What's the range on the rod? Remind me?
120.
Okay, so you definitely need to be within range.
Okay, no, oh, things shifted, no wonder. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking that our best first move is just to get up next to the wall, get cover.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely couldn't hurt.
I'm going to start you guys a bit closer to the wall. Otherwise, this might take a while.
Yeah.
Are we moving in initiative order, or are we still out of combat stuff?
Probably initiative order.
Alright.
Dudes have noticed you. They're gonna, as soon as their one on initiative pays off, they're gonna start trying to come and fight you. So.
Okay. Well, I think if I can get 30 feet up, I can probably get at least a decent number.
You do still have a flying carpet.
This is also true. I don't want to get too damn close because she's had to deal with ballistas before. Trebuchets are not fun either.
Yeah, if you can haste me either this turn or next turn, I can take care of the trebuchet.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Should I just start you out? You guys hasted?
Yeah, I mean, you might want to save it till next turn, because this turn all we're going to do is just move closer.
Okay, as long as we're staying together for the most part. As long as people are within 30 feet of me, it should be okay. I think if I go like there... Ooh. Okay. I can hit all of those from here. And just hold out the rod, and your fealty lies with me.
Wisdom save or charm? Is it?
Yeah, DC 15.
How many are within your reach right now?
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh. 7.
So 3 of them save. The remainder do not. Turns out gargoyles don't have good wisdom. So, the 4 on the tribute. The 4 on the trebuchet do, as well as this one, turn. And I will mark them all with fun colors at some point very soon. The others do not.
So point out those ones to stay away from for now. They're going to be our new friends. Oh, I'm so glad we got a fucking trebuchet on our side now. But I think that's my turn.
All right. Rich, you're up. Rich,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. And I'll throw an Inspire on Ox.
All right.
It's a D10.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. All right. So your turn?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Ox, you're up.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and use my action to dash. Get. So that charm you did, does that have a chance of wearing off at all?
8 hours later. As long as you don't hit him.
Hey, fuck it. I'm just gonna dash up to the top of the wall.
All right.
Just
Go for it.
climb right up the side.
You climb. You fucking
Well,
Assassin's
run up the side.
Creed. Sorry?
Yeah.
You fucking Assassin's Creed parkour up the wall. 70 feet straight up.
Yep.
You are now standing at the top of a wall.
That's gonna be it for me for right now.
All right. Adriel, you're up.
So yeah. There are no doors on the outside of the amphitheater?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
It is kind of sinking. Maybe if you could burrow, but
Okay, I'll right up to there.
Even our own house is falling apart. She's really so good
And
at this.
cast that on myself.
all right. A glimmering field of divine energy appears around you toward
Myself and Vicephalo. What it's worth.
toward yourself and Vicephalo. Excellent. So, it is the Storm Giant's turn. They all step up towards the edge of the amphitheater, and they begin throwing lightning bolts at the gargoyles that they can see. Most particularly at the trebuchet.
Do you mean lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt?
Lots of lightning bolts being thrown. The gargouille, on the other hand, the ones that were on the southern part of the amphitheater are going to take straight off and fly up towards you. This one's going to move over and attack. $21 doesn't hit you, does it?
It would, but he should have disadvantage.
Nope. Alright, so that misses. These boys are going to shuffle around a bit. The 4 gargoyles on the trebuchet are going to start turning the trebuchet around. The 2 gargoyles who are next to each other are going to fight. Alright, so the charmed one unfortunately gives a bit worse than it gets. Alright, that is their turn. Thanks, you're up again.
Alright, let's twin haste Adriel and Ox, since they were nice enough to be close enough.
Alright, you are hasted.
Now go and have fun, kids.
Yay!
And I think she's gonna move to hide behind this sandworm pillar thingy. For now. Get some cover.
Alright. Rich, it is thine turn.
Is Adriel still in range?
Of
Inspiration?
I'm within 30 feet of inks.
I guess I just don't see your token. Probably because I'm blind. Oh, okay. I will throw inspiration on you then next.
D10?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll throw a fly on myself.
Alright, you lift off from the ground.
And that'll be my turn.
Awesome. Alright. Ox, you're up.
Okay. You said these things could fly?
They can.
Damn.
Why?
I really wanted to throw one over the edge. Instead, I'll just go ahead and punch the one that tried to attack me.
Alright, go for it. Yep, those will both hit.
Alright, how's it looking?
It's, how much damage is that? 18, 16, 34. It's looking pretty thoroughly bloodied.
Alright.
You could
Yeah.
potentially kill it with one more hit.
Yeah. Haste action to attack one more time.
Alright. Yeah, that'll kill it. He did.
Yay.
Okay.
The first gargoyle crackles and dies.
I'm going to go ahead and move up to the next one. But rather than attack it, I'm going to use my bonus action to switch from my offense form to tank form. And that'll be it for me.
The armor that was once covering your arms and augmenting them there now clanks and shifts until it's forming a protective sheath over your entire body.
Actually, wait, hold on. Sorry, I forgot haste gives AC. I don't need that. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure with the haste AC, they already have to crit to be able to hit me. So let's just go ahead and hit this guy too.
Okay. Alright. That'll hit him. The 25 will hit him.
Alright, and that'll be it for me.
Alright. Awesome. So you destroy one gargoyle, start switching into another form, but then realize you don't need it, and then just punch another one.
I know, not as satisfying as punching a kraken, but things will get much better.
Adriel.
Right. Unfortunately, I can't teleport up onto the wall. I can run 100 feet to there.
Did you just want to get on the carpet?
If you can get me up there. Keep in mind, I'm on the elk.
Alright. Don't know if I would fit on the carpet too. Though I mean, if the group of us did.
If you can get me 50 feet up, that would be enough. Or, yeah. Ruben, how high up are you right now?
Not too much. I think I had to go use some of my movement to get back down to twin the haste.
Well, yeah, you have to be within 30 feet for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I'll Misty step up onto the car.
Okay.
I think long-term bunching up on the carpet's probably a bad idea, but
Yeah.
it's probably not.
But if it gets 20 feet higher, I can teleport back off the carpet.
Yeah, she's definitely not staying there for too long.
Just a little higher.
And technically, once you're on the carpet, you can move it too.
Ooh, can I move it using my own action? Yes, but I can't take 2 bonus actions in a turn.
Is it a bonus action or a movement?
Bonus action to teleport.
Ah, but you can still use
How fast does the carpet move?
60.
Okay, so it's 30, then yeah, even if it's 80 feet up, I could probably get it to the wall. And step off. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then I've
Move
used
myself over.
about 5 feet of movement. So I'm going to go over and attack him. And the first one will be a booming blade.
Alright. 13 will not actually hit him.
16?
Do you have advantage?
I mounted.
Oh,
Smaller than large.
what?
If he's smaller than large, I have advantage.
He is smaller than large. A 16 will hit him.
Excellent. That's 8 and 6 for 14, and he is surrounded by a thing.
He is. He looks very unhappy about it, too.
Haste action, follow up with a regular attack.
Alright.
22 to hit for, Jesus,
That'll
8 more damage.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
They have like 2 hit points left or some shit.
He's low, but he's not that low.
Okay. Alright, the ones at the trebuchet are friendly. So I will swing around that guy to head towards the other guy. The rest of Vikefalo's movement. Actually, no, Vikefalo can dash. Whoop. Okay, that's everything.
Alright. So, gargoyles on the other side continue to head towards the giants. The giants continue to throw lightning bolts at them. You occasionally hear an enormous stomp, too. Alright, but it is the gargoyles' turn.
I'm not liking that line.
That was me, sorry.
Yeah, it's not me. I'm dark blue.
Okay, good.
I grabbed the wrong tool.
The two gargoyles next to Adriel that are fighting each other continue to fight each other and be very ineffective. The gargoyle next to Ox continues to try and fight him. Either of those hits you, it continues to be equally as effective. The gargoyles finally get the trebuchet turned around, and they actually launch a rock at the furthest gargoyle.
Which one's that?
This one.
Ha.
They are going to move up, though, and start trying to fight people. Oh shit, one up. One of them crits. So he's fighting the lowest gargoyle. While I do damage for them, Inks, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, let's move up just enough to hit that one with a ray of frost.
Which one's alright? Okay.
Let's clear up things for people.
Okay, that'll hit him. You shoot a ray of cold energy at him. It hits him, and he looks as if he's a bit frozen and stiff.
And then use the rest of carpet movement to get back behind cover.
All right. Rich Yarap.
So this back wall is how high? Assuming 70?
70 feet.
I shall fly up as high as I can go.
All right. So you are 10 feet below the top.
You can dash while flying.
That is also true.
Right, but either way, I can't do anything this turn. So
True.
I feel.
It's good to have the cover there.
No, I was just thinking, but being 5 feet lower or being 5 feet higher would actually put me in a slightly better spot.
Or maybe you could hide behind the sandworm statue. So you have cover from everything.
Well, I'd probably go hide over by Inks right now so that I can give her inspiration.
That too.
So yes, let's get up as high as I can over by Inks, and then I'll give her inspiration.
Thank you,
Right.
darling.
Awesome. Ox.
How healthy does the one right in front of me look?
Not super healthy. You could,
Right.
if you continue rolling the way you have been, you will kill him in one turn, in one attack.
Yeah, but he's already got Booming Blade on him, so I'm actually
It's
just
about
going
to
to run
end.
over to the Trebuchet.
That's
All
also
right.
a good idea.
Because, I mean, if he moves, he's dead, basically. So he can try to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I doubt he'll hit.
So do I.
Yeah.
And start beating this one up over by the Trebuchet.
All right, go for him. Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is still up.
Yes.
How about now?
Now it's done.
All right.
Now it's done.
And let's see, can't quite make it to the next one. But I'll go over here. Actually, back up just a little.
All right. Adriel, you are up. So the one right next to you got Ray of Frosted by Inks. Just for
And the booming blade is, yeah, it's about to end. Attack the one in front of me. Regular attack.
Jesus Christ.
It's damage rolls.
Yeah. I mean, that'll hit him, but Jesus Christ.
How's he doing overall?
He is, like, pretty badly bloodied.
Okay, then I will booming blade him.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, that'll kill him.
Or will it?
Yes.
The 15
it will
hit?
him. It
Okay.
will hit him. So he is dead. He's dead just from the extra booming blade damage, actually.
Alright. Then I will use my movement to go over by this guy, so if he moves, I get an opportunity attack.
Cool. The lightning throwing and rock tossing continues from the side where the storm giants are. Oh, that's Ox with the okay. Your token, your like indicators are so big that they're obscuring your tokens. It makes it really hard to tell which one of you is which.
Yeah, that's why I was confused on which token. But yeah,
Like, that's fair. Alright, we're gonna have another attack. Alright, so the two gargoyles at the bottom of the trebuchet both flail at each other. They do 4 attacks and all but one of them miss. This boy is going to move. That one will actually hit this guy next on. Get him started for you. Does that gargoyle still have booming blade on him? It fails at the end of your turn, right, Adriel?
Yeah, he's no longer booming bladed.
Okay, so he can move down to you and attack you.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. Yep, he misses.
He would have needed a crit.
Yep. Alright. That is all of them. So, Inks, you're up again.
Okay. Should move up just enough to Rare Frost the one by Adriel. And then back.
Okay. He did. You freeze him.
Have fun storming the lair.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all I got at the moment.
Alright, Rich, you're up.
so I'm gonna do a super sweet barrel roll, and at the top of the roll, or a loop to loop, and at the top, I'm gonna throw a firebolt or a Eldritch Blast at the one down here in the corner.
Alright, go for it. Alright, that'll hit. That will also hit. Yep, all 3 of those will hit. Awesome. Your laser beams shoot out towards him. They all smash into his jaw and start knocking bits of stone off him. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Your loop-de-loop is also very impressive. You get some serious air on it thanks to your flight spell. Ox, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw 2 attacks at the guy currently next to me.
Okay.
That much.
He is still standing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave him to the charmed one though.
Okay.
Take my chances of an opportunity attack. And come over here and hit this one twice as well.
Alright. So that will kill him. He looks like he's about to dodge both your attacks. But with a combination of both attacks, he is dropped. The one will try and make an opportunity attack.
Doesn't.
22 doesn't hit you with haste, I know.
And then I'll move up closer to this one in the corner, and that'll be it for me.
All right. Yep, Adriel, you're up. Go ahead.
And we'll move in between these two guys.
Okay.
We'll blade the one on the right.
Okay. I mean, he's dead. You just had to hit him.
And yeah, I hit him. I hit him good. Regular attack on the other one.
All right.
Is he unwounded?
He is unwounded.
I'll throw a first level smite on it.
Okay.
So an extra 8 for. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. The damage
Whatever.
dice are not going your way.
16 net damage.
All right. The one gargoyle will move in closer to Adriel and attempt to attack you. 23 doesn't hit you, does it?
Nope.
All right. This one's going to move over and try and attack that one. Wow. We'll actually hit with both. This one's going to move over and try and attack Ox. It's probably going to fail. Oh, wow! It crit!
But it has disadvantage, so it has to try again.
Just giant middle finger made of metal.
It goes in for the bite. Ox just sticks a middle finger out.
Right up its stone
right
nose.
Catches it right in the mouth. Tries to bite it. It does not work. It does not work. Alright. Oh, and the gargoyles, after reloading last turn, are ready to make another trebuchet attack. Adriel, would you be so kind as to make me a dexterity saving throw? Alright, so a trebuchet rock flies just over your head. You manage to dodge it just in time as it flies by you and eliminates this gargoyle.
Okay. Who shot that one?
The gargoyles did.
Like our gargoyles or their gargoyles?
Your gargoyles.
Bastards.
Not bastards, we're just idiots.
Like,
I mean, yeah,
you four are getting a write-up from your managers after this.
Accusatory finger is pointed at them.
Alright, Inks, you're up. Which one? Sorry, at which one? Ah, gotcha. Okay. You hit him. You might think fire would be a bit less effective against stone, but it turns out they melt just as well as other things burn.
You know what happens from a gargoyle when it gets struck by fire? Same thing that happens to everything else except for fire giants.
Yes. Why did you have to remind me of that movie? Rich, you're up.
I like tormenting you.
Hey. Alright, the 14 and the 11 won't hit. The 18 will. You don't have advantage on these at all, do you?
Nope.
Okay. So you just hit him with the one Eldritch Blast, unfortunately. Ox, you're up.
Do we know where the dragon's supposed to be?
Probably underground.
I'm
It's
assuming
gonna
that
come up
giant
like Dune.
hole in the middle of the arena.
And how is the left side looking? Have the giants... Do they look like they've almost finished taking care of the statues over there?
Yeah, I mean, they took a couple hits from the trebuchet. But they're, despite the fact that I haven't moved any of the tokens in a few rounds, they're doing pretty well.
Alright. So, I think I'm just going to run over to the hole.
Oh. Straight to the hole, eh?
Currently have 100 feet movement speed, so just use my haste action to dash over there. Yeah, they don't hit. And see, at this point, I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to swap to tank form to get ready for the dragon, and shout down into the hole. Hey, get out here, you overgrown gecko!
Ooh, savage!
Oh, shit.
And that should be it for me.
Insert that gif of the guy walking past with his hand over his face on either side. Oh.
Oh, boy. All right. All right. One sec. So, below you, in the hole, you see what looks to be a room built out of sandstone blocks. You can't see too many details inside, but there's a big-ass hill of sand if you wanted to jump down into it.
Not this turn.
All right.
Possibly next.
All right. Cool. Adriel, you up?
As much as I want to go down there and join you. Sweet.
You should. You should do it.
I want to get rid of this last guy first.
I mean, the other ones can take care of him fine.
Let's make a strength save. The damage is off. Should be 10 damage.
He makes the strength save.
Aww.
Darn.
Darn indeed. 1 second. A couple will dash. To there. Yeah. That'll be it for now.
All right. One gargoyle moves over here and kind of starts pathetically attempting to actually hit something. He does! He actually hits the other gargoyle.
Yay!
That was a bad
That's all
guy.
he can do, though.
Oh, I thought it was our...
Thanks, what up?
Well, Guess cleaning up the mess and firebolting that one.
Proceed.
Could have been better.
He is not dead yet. Richard!
Oh, actually, that should be 3d10. Why is this thing not updating?
I don't know, but Rich kills him with the Eldritch Blasts. Your second Eldritch Blast is all you need as it swings by and smashes the gargoyle's head to bits. Alright. So, the giants are still going to need a little bit to finish up on their side of the wall. They do not have the ability to run straight up it like you guys do. Ox, it is your turn.
Do I see anything down the hole? Do I see the dragon down there?
Do not see the dragon down there, no.
Is it just like a hole in the ceiling, or is there actually like a wall that reaches up the hole? In other words, if I jump down there, could I get back up?
Yeah, there's... let me grab the description again. But yes, you can get back out of it.
Okay, and how deep is it?
So there's a 20-foot high hill of sand in the middle of the room, below the hole. And then 20 feet above that is where the ceiling is.
So it's only 40 feet deep.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll jump down there.
Alright. So... that will actually take you to a different map. So, everybody else, do you want to jump in with Ox, or what do?
I am going to also head down there.
Alright.
Closer, but might wait for the giants to catch up a bit.
I'll just keep within range and be like, hey, what's it like down there?
Alright, so Rich and Inks, you two are hanging out above the hole. Adriel and Ox, you're going in.
Yeah. I'm not bringing Vicefalo with me. And
Alright, I'm going to assume that it's been like 4 or 5 rounds? Yeah?
something like that.
Oh yeah, if they... Yeah, I'd probably say before they went down the hole, it might...
Would be a better time to let the haste end before we go down.
Yeah. And then redo it if need be. But...
Redoing it would be
How long-
appreciated.
How long does inspiration last? If you don't use it, like 10 minutes short rest?
I think it's either 1 minute
10
or
minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So we still got plenty of time on that.
Yeah.
So just refresh haste and then jump in.
Haste is only a minute, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's why we said refresh it.
Do we
Yeah,
know
let
your
that
plan of
lapse,
thing and
take
then-
the turn to recover, and then recast it.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to wait for it to end. Inks can break concentration on it.
Mhm.
It's just that we know that there's going to be that pause while we wait for that. We don't want that happening in the middle of a fight.
Exactly. But we also really don't want it refreshed until you definitely see the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, after that's all set, I'll hop down onto the pile of sand.
So you're gonna hold off on refreshing the haste then?
Might see if I can stay within 30 feet on the carpet, and then if we see the dragon.
Well, I mean, you just stay like just outside the hole, and then once we get back into initiative order, you can just use part of your move to dip down, cast it, and then fly back out.
Yeah.
Fly by hasting.
Yeah, fly by hasting. Like, peace, have fun!
Or you could do fly-by high fives and haste.
Haste 5, if you will.
Yes.
Like Snynx's case is a haste 10.
Oh, you could do a haste 10 while hanging 10.
Alright.
Plenty of a move after her, too.
So, those of you who are dropping in. Give me like 2 seconds. I need to fix something. But as you fall into the or jump into the hole, you land on a nice puffy pile of sand. So you come into a room that is entirely made of sandstone. I will drop your tokens here momentarily. So you see several doors surrounding the current room that you're in. Most notably, however, there is a door immediately to the north of you, which has what looks like dragon tracks leading into it. There is only faint light entering this room. There is no light coming from any of the other entrances, except for what looks like some faint torch light from the northern room.
That's fine, none of us need it.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
And luckily, none of us need that torchlight.
I mean, I don't have dark vision.
Okay, Ox needs that torchlight. I was
I'm
thinking
glowing-
you like some goggle type thing for this.
That was out of the abyss.
Oh, the goggles, they do nothing.
But it's okay. I have a drift globe.
Alright. So, would you care to enter?
Yep.
Are we not waiting for the rest of the group?
Look,
Do we want
I
to wait for
wanted
the
to punch
giants?
a kraken, but they didn't let me punch a kraken. And I mean, there's this blue lizard thing, and I mean, it's not a kraken. And I mean, I doubt I'm even gonna like brag to anybody about the fact that I got to punch it. But I mean, it's here and it'll do.
You're such a teenager.
Look,
I
he's
really
going
hope the
in.
dragon
We gotta
can hear
go.
that.
Alright. So, as you enter the room, there is a large sand pile that obscures vision. towards the inside of the room. However, as you mount it and poke your heads above it, you spot a most peculiar scene. Within the chamber, at the far end, you see a group of Yuan Ti praying before a statue. Waiting, tapping a claw impatiently. Behind them is the ancient blue dragon Imreth. And across a small hole from her is a familiar-looking lord.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
And I think that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Ah!
Of course it is.
It's Lord Poopy Pants.
Motherfucker!
Ah.
And that's why he knew where the fucking lair was.
Who, Naboon?
Wait, who was it that gave us the information? Was it Naboon or was it the Duke?
About Imreth's
We knew.
lair?
Yeah.
I
We
thought it
knew
was
he had
Harshnag.
information. Oh, was it Harshnag?
It was generally known that there was a blue dragon lair
Yeah.
in this part of the world, but knowing that
Yeah.
it was this dragon was news until Hackathon, I think.
To be fair, Imreth also has 2 kids who also make lairs relatively near here.
I mean, it's where you'd expect to find blue dragons.
Yeah, it's a nice desert.
Fair.
Also,
But
we
yeah.
haven't talked to him since the assassination plot.
You have not. I assume somebody's tried to scream into the sending stone at one point or another, especially since you figured out it was always on.
No, we destroyed
Okay.
that shit, I'm pretty sure.
You destroyed it, you gave it to the Shadow King, it's gone.
Like, we weren't getting anything off of it.
So, yeah.
That fucker.
I really didn't want to start this week. We'd be here for a while.
Yeah.
But next week we will definitely start something.
Oh, something's getting started, alright.
I thought we already started something. We're just finishing it next week.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Don't start now and won't be nothing.
I mean, we'll see. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave this view up. You guys can look at it and scheme if you really want. Up to you.
Of course there's Yuan Ti.
So yeah. Questions, comments, concerns, feedback.
Quick question. How high is the ceiling in here?
I believe it's 40 feet. Give me a second to check.
That would be consistent with the prior description.
It also looks like, actually, it looks like it could be taller than that, right?
Sorry?
Should be a bit taller than that, shouldn't it?
No, in here is 40 feet.
Because you can see the top of the steps.
Oh yeah, shit, that's true. The top of the dunes are all 40 feet above. Shit.
So
Get back
15
to us
maybe?
on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 50.
Okay.
so many things to punch in the face in this room. Aren't you excited, Ox?
I mean, I really just want to fight the dragon. Punching Naboon would be fun too.
See?
But I'm fine leaving him to you.
That's fair.
But I'm totally going to be insulting the hell out of this dragon next week. I gotta think of my insults beforehand.
I'd say she'd spit fire right back, but she's not a red dragon. So she'll just spit the mundane kind of fire.
You know, the
You
lightning
mean
kind.
fucking plasma?
Plasma? I mean, you can still spit fire metaphorically.
I mean, arguably plasma I would be more afraid of than just silly old fire.
Yeah. Spit
Plasma?
plasma
As in,
at
like,
these pools.
super hot fire?
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost as hot as her diss track.
I can't touch it,
Like a
sorry.
mixtape?
Sure. I don't know what the kids call it.
A disc. You're the most kid one of us here.
I know.
But he's
I
in
know.
college. And remember, you basically put your head down and don't pay attention to anything going on around you in college?
I mean, I'm not quite that, like, antisocial, but, like, I don't fucking...
Keep in mind, too, it's Canadian college. It's not in the middle of the...
Yeah, like...
the most trendy places.
Is that kind of like clown college?
No, but that was definitely in a boot a little earlier in that description.
Fuck off.
Well, you learn
Now,
like
here's-
3 basics. You learn hockey. You learn poutine, or is that not a thing?
No, that's
you learn
part of
hockey,
grade
you
school in
learn
Canada.
French, and then you learn politeness.
Do you have a class on the
You learn apology.
politics and economics of maple syrup?
In the
No,
I
grade
don't know the economics of
maple
maple
syrup
syrup. They don't
ice.
let you in
Oh,
college.
wait, no, can't forget curling.
I actually have a coworker who was like out of the office a week or two ago to go to some curling competition. We all
Curling is
laughed.
pretty great, honestly.
Not for nothing. A couple of weeks ago, the big curling competition was the Olympics.
Yeah. Which we did poorly at, if I recall correctly. We lost to fucking Germany in hockey. I'm still salty. Germany's not even good.
I mean, they're better than Canada.
Oh,
Shots fired.
I can't even really
Insert that
argue.
gif from earlier.
I can't even really argue that. Not
maybe she'd like to buy our diss track.
Nah, there are no like diss tracks being dropped at my university. The worst thing that's happened in the like couple of years that I've been here was one person got struck by lightning and died, and one person got shot by a crossbow in like the sketchy cities of the south of us. And those are the most like
Wow.
Fuck!
things that happen.
Oh, you
What?
know, just that.
We don't have guns, basically.
But you have crossbows?
Apparently.
What the shit? Also, I was going to say, of course, Canada doesn't have any diss tracks. They'd have to say sorry after each one. It would take up like half the time.
That's why you have it on the separate track called the sorry track.
It's like Bangarang, but all apology.
I was mainly talking about being an engineering student and how that shit gets rough.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah, that too.
Mm.
That's not helping with the keeping up with the memes.
Still not totally salty and bitter at all the fucking business students going out, like starting on Tuesday.
It's because they got all the work on Monday.
My roommate managed to arrange his schedule so he has no classes on Friday. I hate him for it. What?
that? Yeah, what's that shit? I had to go to college in the summer.
I did too.
I
That
chose
was
to
also
just
the
so I
worst.
could get that shit over with.
I managed to arrange a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, so my Tuesdays and Thursdays were wide open a couple of times.
Lucky.
It's handy.
I don't really get a choice. I have one section for most of my classes, so I had to take it or leave it.
I think one semester I actually managed to get just Tuesday and Thursday classes.
Ooh.
It seemed like a good idea going into it.
Yeah, no.
Not a good idea.
But those become really long fucking days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas I do have to say, the two people who may or may not still be watching my stream, thank you, and I am so sorry for this.
What are you
This is, like,
becoming
the best part
Canadian
of it.
now? Apologizing to your viewers?
see, I'm learning.
Or you're becoming infected.
Fuck. I guess to be fair,
I don't think being Canadian counts as an infestation.
to be fair, if you're gonna be infected by something, Canadian is probably the better of the many things.
I mean,
It's
it
better than
depends
like
on which-
extreme syphilis.
It depends. Wow, we just jumped from Canada to extreme syphilis.
That's a Critical Role reference. Sorry.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I need to like stretch from that whiplash.
Yeah,
You gotta be watching the new Critical Role. It's amazing.
if you're starting at like Canadian, I mean, you can't just like drop down in potency.
Wow.
Damn. Nah, it all depends on which strain of Canadian you get. You could get like Ontario or BC, but you could also get like Newfie or Quebec.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me some
Labrador.
Victoria.
Oh. Ontario, the worst thing to happen is like embarrassingly awful provincial politics.
To be so young and naive in the
Meh. I'll take it.
I wish. I wish it was that simple.
Is Trudeau still in charge up there?
He
I haven't done
is.
anything in a while.
He's there for Addison. When's the re-election? Federal?
The federal election?
Yeah. It's 2020?
2019. 2019.
2019.
Hi, person we've never heard of from before.
He says hi.
Yeah, it's next year. I think late next year.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We are envious of your sane leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Sane-er. Sane-er.
Yeah, there you go.
recent trips, no.
Ridiculously sane-er by comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Adriel, I think it's your nomination.
Is it? Go with Ox. We're calling out a dragon.
Hell yeah.
Overgrown gecko.
Rich needs some pointers on that for a future Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, apparently, Jesus. No. I taught Ox everything he knows,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's
including
Exactly.
the nature facts.
it's a cultural exchange. I was gonna say the nature facts. Awesome.
Right before the
If
battle
you-
next week
if you
starts,
can
Rich just
deliver your
hands
vicious
Ox a
mockery-
list of insults.
If you can deliver your vicious mockery insults in a sufficiently accurate Newfie accent, I'll give you a bonus on I'll give you at least a one-time bonus of automatically hitting with them.
Mm,
Oh boy.
that's actually. Now I need to go research how to do a fucking Newfie accent.
They're actually fairly difficult, so good luck.
Is that kind of like West Country Doctor Who?
But Canadian-ish. Not really. Sorta.
I'm not familiar enough Newfoundland? Do you just like get drunk, eat some maple syrup, and then hit
I
your
just
head
know
against the desk?
Newfoundlander song, so I can assume it's kind of like that accent, but it's all, since it's a song, it doesn't really show properly. Like, Newfoundlander born and bred, and I'll be one till I die.
That's actually not that bad. How's it go? I'm trying to find like a. What do you? I'm trying to find a decent like YouTube video to demonstrate it, but I'm sure you'll manage to get the gist of it.
This is actually funny because most accents, or at least some of the bigger popular ones, there's like a fuckload of channels that'll teach you how to speak like it.
Okay.
I don't see that being the case here.
Of course,
Okay.
Newfoundland has South Dildo. Of course it does.
South Dildo, yeah.
It's not. It's one of the many hilarious place names in that place.
Yeah.
Thanks, Newfoundlanders.
Slightly less amusing fact. If I recall correctly, Newfoundland has the only piece of the World Trade Centers outside of the U.S.
Random.
There was a
Is that because of the one town with the airport?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a town in Newfoundland that used to have like an enormous town called Gander. Used to have an
Yeah, that's
enormous
it.
airport, and they sheltered like I want to say like 7,000 or 8,000 people whose flights couldn't go into the U.S. because of like 9/11 happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Actually, I made a really good musical about it.
Yeah, I heard
Which
about
I
that.
mean, I will give that it doesn't sound like a good musical topic, but it was really good. Alright. I think I have to go work and stuff. So
That's fair.
I'm gonna.
Good night.
Great game, y'all. Good night.
Thanks for the game.
Later.
Night, guys. Later.
Later. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one.